welcome to Dose of Wonder. I'm Caitlin, your guide on this journey through mindfulness, mental health, grief, and personal growth. Each episode will dive into honest explorations and gentle reflections to help you find moments of calm, clarity, and a little bit of wonder too. So grab your favorite cozy spot, take a deep breath, and let's get started. Have you ever been stuck on hold with customer service for 45 minutes? Or seen that one post on social media that just makes your blood boil? You feel that deep, irresistible urge to launch into a truly epic rant. We've all been there. We live in a world that feels almost designed to get a reaction out of us. And we usually justify our venting by saying that we're letting off steam. We think of it as an essential emotional hygiene, getting the poison out so we can feel better. But what if I told you that letting off steam actually just turns up the heat? Today, I'm doing a dive into the catharsis myth. We're going to look at why ranting, whether it's to your partner at the dinner table or to your followers on X, formerly Twitter, is actually a profound trap. It's not just a bad habit. It carries genuine risks for your mental health, your career, and even your physical heart. So, where did we get this idea that venting is good? You could actually thank Sigmund Freud for that one. Freud's original psychoanalytic theory suggested that releasing anger was therapeutic. He believed that if he bottled up toxic emotions, they'd manifest as physical illness or neuroses. That makes intuitive sense, right? Like a pressure cooker. You have to open the valve to prevent an explosion. But here's the kicker. A century later, behavioral science has almost entirely debunked the theory of catharsis. While you might feel a tiny momentary hit of relief when you hit send on a rant, that relief is a trap. It's a short-term reinforcement that actually masks long-term damage. Instead of regulating your emotions, ranting actually makes you more aggressive. Think of it as emotional rehearsal. When you spend an hour focusing on a grievance, you aren't releasing the anger, you're practicing it. You're reinforcing the neural pathways for outrage, making it stickier and easier to access the next time something small goes wrong. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Okay, so I'm a bit cranky, so what? But the effects just aren't in your head, they are in your chest. According to the Globe and Mail and several health sources, high-intensity anger outbursts, the kind where your heart is pounding and you're typing in all caps, dramatically increase your risk of a serious cardiovascular event. The higher the intensity of the anger, the higher the immediate risk of a heart attack. You are literally putting a massive sudden strain on your entire cardiovascular system every time you so-called blow a gasket. Then there's the cortisol. Anger triggers our primary stress hormone. And cortisol is great if you're running from a lion. But when you're practicing anger all day on social media, you're bathing your system in it. Long term, this leads to chronic inflammation, disrupted sleep, and a weakened immune system. Quick side note. While chronic stress is bad for you, the National Cancer Institute notes that there isn't a proven direct link between stress and cancer. So let's be precise about the risks. The real danger here is your heart and your general systemic wear and tear. So let's talk about co-rumination. This is a term that psychologists use for when we hash out the same frustrations over and over with a close friend or partner. I'm guilty of this. My husband is Scottish. He's basically a professional at complaining. We get together and we vent. And while studies show that this shared outrage can actually strengthen a relationship because you're being vulnerable and emotionally charged, it has a dark side. It's emotionally contagious. Not only does the ranter feel worse, but the listener does too. You walk away feeling closer, but you both walk away fundamentally unhappier. You've traded your individual mental peace for a deeper bond over a negative situation. And in this digital age, this rehearsal isn't just a private conversation. It's a global permanent footprint. Venting online backfires in 3 major ways. 1. Lack of validation. You look for support, but you often find trolls or disagreement, which just increases your anger. Number 2. Permanence. A verbal rant into a pillow disappears. A post on the internet is forever. Number 3, livelihood. We saw a story recently about a Scottish chip shop owner who ranted online about a sensitive public event and faced massive boycotts and business loss. A 5-minute emotional outburst can cause years of economic damage. There are even websites like justrage.com or notalwaysright.com designed specifically for this. But research shows the people who use them are often those already struggling with unmanaged anger. These sites don't solve the problem. They just provide an echo chamber for the anger habit. So, what's the solution? What's the alternative? Anger is a useful emotion. It's a signal that something is wrong. But we shouldn't mistake the burst of energy for the solution. Clinical psychologist Raymond Tafrati suggests that channeling that anger energy into fixing the problem. Don't rant about the broken system. Research how to fix it or volunteer. Another thing you can do, psychotherapist Shoshana Bennett says, is talking to a person in real life. A real person gives you feedback and helps you process. Online venting just looks for an echo chamber. The third thing you can do is find what's called interruption pillars. Move, get up, go for a run, change your physical environment to break the psychological rehearsal. There's also mindfulness, where you can label the emotion, like, I am feeling anger right now. Create space between the trigger and the send button. And the 24-hour rule. Develop digital literacy. If you're worked up, draft the post, but wait 24 hours before sending it. So, the next time you feel that urge to vent, remember, it's a trap. It feels like relief, but it's actually a rehearsal for more anger. Take a breath, step away from the computer, give yourself some perspective before you needlessly blow a gasket. Your heart, your career, and your friends will thank you. And that's it for this week's podcast. Next week, I'll be getting back into personal growth with an episode on the importance of interconnectedness and the concept of oneness. Until then, thanks for listening, and don't forget to live with a dose of wonder.
In the stillness, we begin with stories stitched in softer skin. A spark, a sigh, a breath, a bend, a dose of wonder, like a friend.